Welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. For those that do not know this man, he is an unbeaten 3-0 professional pugilist, a German assassin, a World Cup winner, 6-time senior national champion, a senior European Games medalist, the AK-47. This is Deniel Krotter.
Yes.
The AK-47 and the Gunman. I love that. Where did the name come from?
Bro, it's family history. You know, my parents, like my family's from Russia, and my grand family name was Kalashnikov. So then when they come over to Germany, they had to change the name. So they changed it to Krotter. But originally my family name in Russia was Kalashnikov. So that's my nickname. Kalashnikov, AK-47. Yeah, fast hands, you know.
That fast hands, AK-47. I love that. So yeah,
Yes.
I've been learning a bit of German. I'm using the old Duolingo app. I'm not very good at it, but I can say to you, wie geht's, alles klar.
Yeah, very good. Good.
Was that okay? It sounded good, did it?
Yeah, sounds good.
So does Krotter mean Kalashnikov?
Sorry?
Is Krotter means AK-47 Kalashnikov?
No. You know, a lot of Russian names was changed when they come over to Germany.
Right.
So Krotter has nothing to do with Kalashnikov anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Listen, German boxing. You've had some good fighters in Germany, but not elite fighters. You know, you've had the likes of Arthur Abraham, Felix Sturm, Marco Huck.
Yeah.
You know, but you've not had like those elite, you know, pound for pound global superstars. Why?
That's a good question, because you know the thing is there are a lot of talent in Germany. Good athletes that have a good potential for the pros. But I think the system, especially pro system in Germany, is not good. You know, you can't compare it to the UK. So especially a couple of years, there are no good promoters, no media, no chance to go viral. You know, no chance to show the potential. So that's why I'm happy to fight in the UK as a German Russian boxer. Soon move over to the UK. You know, but yeah, that's the thing. One of my goals is to bring Germany, like to bring boxing back to Germany, big boxing back to Germany, full arenas, you know, big fan base. Like football is in Germany, football is, you know, hyped. So we have to go back when boxing was hyped in Germany. That's one of my goals, you know.
Yeah. How do you find like ticket selling in the UK? Is that a problem?
For me, right now it's a problem because I have not a big fan base. But I think in the next couple of months, when I move over to the UK, I will get my people around, and will be much easier then.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're signed with Top Tier, is that correct?
No,
you just fought with them your last fight.
I fought at the shows from Top Tier, but I signed with Leon Sudbury, Takeover Sports Management.
Right.
So he's my manager, and he tries to get me on good shows in the UK. And I think the next Top Tier show where we'll fight will be in September. So yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now listen, you've got a decorated amateur career. Like literally, your amateur career is trophy laden. Like you've got Bayern Munich's trophy cabinet on your mantelpiece.
Yeah.
How different is the amateurs to the pros for you? Have you noticed a huge difference? Different games?
Yeah, it's totally different. You know, the pros are much more brutal, I would say. The gloves are different. You can see the fighters are making a lot of more weight. So when you fight a middleweight or welterweight, they cut about 10 kilograms, you know.
Yeah.
And it's more brutal. It's more with power punches, all that stuff. So it's not it's not like at the amateurs, tic-tac boxing. You know, it's really at the pros when you get a punch, you feel it, you know. So you have to adapt, and especially as me as an amateur, I was a tempo boxer, high tempo, good skills, but only for 3 rounds, and I have to adapt, you know, because my next fight is 6 rounds. Soon I will fight 8 rounds. So for me, the first problem was okay. I really have to slow down my tempo as a boxer, and yeah, that was first uncomfortable. But from sparring to sparring, from camp to camp, from fight to fight, it's getting better, you know.
Mm. I love the way you say tic-tac boxing. I might steal that off of you. I absolutely love that tic-tac boxing, because I was going to say, yeah, like it is very much, you know, touch and go.
Yeah.
Touch and go, like an Oyster card. You touch and you get
Yeah,
out of there.
yeah. So like,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and you're off. Go on, sorry.
yeah, it's all about points, you know, not about damage. So you get one, but then you move. So, but
Yeah.
pros is different, you know.
Well, pros is different. I mean, at the end of the day, you can hit me 100 times in a round, and I can hit you once and knock you down, and I win the round.
That's it.
You
Yeah,
know? So
that's it. Yeah.
it's
And
it,
bro, the gloves are different. You know, the amateur gloves, they're such a big, like, yeah, they're such thick. But pro gloves, whew, you feel the tape.
really.
So yeah, of
Do you
course.
notice the difference when you get hit?
Yeah, it's like in amateurs. Sometimes you know you just put your hands off, and you know. But at the pros, you try to get less damage as possible. So even the small punches, you try to get away from them. You know, it's all risk. Yeah.
All risk. Now, here's a question for you. Would you ever consider bare knuckle boxing?
No.
What about if there was some Saudi money attached to it?
Ah, that's a different. That's a different. Depends. No, but I think after my career, why not? But I
Yeah.
think bare knuckle is hyped in Germany as well right now, and I also been to some bare knuckle events, and it's bloody, yeah, really bloody and good atmosphere. And I think the bare knuckle sport has a good potential in the future. But if you look at the athletes, every athlete has a broken arm, broken fist afterwards, or they're full of cuts, you know.
Yeah.
So you can't do it. I think you can't fight bare knuckle for 5 or 10 years. It's like maybe a short part, um,
Yeah.
short period, you know.
Very short. Yeah. I mean, even if you
Yeah,
have 10 fights, you've
yeah,
done well in
yeah.
bare knuckle. If you get to double
But
fist,
maybe when I'm done with my boxing career, when I'll be 35, when they give me a good amount of money in Saudi, I will do bare knuckle.
yeah. Yeah, I don't want you to do bare knuckle, Daniel. You're too good looking. You know what I mean? You're too good looking. You don't want to be getting your face like looking like
Yeah,
you've got a peanut allergy. Do you know what I mean? Coming out of fights,
that's it. Yeah,
cuts wide open. You know, jabs are putting people down in that sport. You know,
yeah,
just a
yeah,
jab is knocking people out. It goes to show you, you know. But it's funny, isn't it? Boxers will, you know, if someone pinches their girlfriend's ass out in a club, they don't mind punching them bare knuckle, but they don't want to have an arranged
yeah,
bare
yeah,
knuckle fight. It's strange. Not many people want to do it. Not many
yeah.
people want to do it. Yeah, okay, that's interesting to know. Let's just talk about your pro career so far. It's been immaculate. You're 3-0. You're clearly you know, getting experience as a pro. How long do you think it will be before we can see you step up? You've obviously fought guys with currently losing records at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
journeyman, and you're building your profile, which is absolutely fine. That's what
Mm-hmm.
every pro should be doing, getting experience. How long before you start going for strap season, baby?
Yeah. I think this year is all about learning, all about adapting, getting comfortable at the pros. So I think this year the next opponents, maybe 3, 4 fights, will be journeymen as well. But then I think next year we'll step up with the opponents. Maybe, yeah, some 50-50 fights, step up with the rounds, 8 rounds, you know. And yeah, because sometimes, you know, it's even harder to fight journeymans or not that good boxer than good boxers, you know,
Yeah,
because
100%.
you never know what a journeyman is going to do in front of you, or like
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like,
so
listen, I've been in gyms and I've seen guys, like it's sometimes it's easier to spar a guy who's come to box
yeah,
with you than a guy who just comes swinging wild, and a novice can be harder to deal with when they're just coming wild. You'd rather have a chess match with someone than, you know.
and I love the chess matches, you know, I love
Mm,
yeah to fin, pull the counter and all that stuff, but you can't do this with journeymans, especially when they're just move, just run, you know, so.
mm,
And I think me as an athlete, I'm not my best performance with a journeyman. My best
mm,
performance will be with a good fighter, you know, who's
yeah,
come in the ring, want to fight, and then I can show my best performance with a good fighter, but not with a journeyman, you know.
yeah, yeah. But you understand you understand the use of a journeyman. At the moment, it's
Yeah,
giving you rounds. These guys, these brothers, they know how to defend, man. You know what I mean?
that's the
They've got that.
thing.
They can defend. You know, they know how to survive, journeyman, and it's not easy to knock them out and look good against some of these guys. And this
Yeah,
is where you're trying to sort of look good, and you're trying to gather that experience. So
yeah.
yeah, but it's been good though. 3 good wins, and listen, for fighters that haven't seen you box, I've seen you box, but fighters that haven't seen you box, how would you describe your style?
Some coaches told me I'm a mix of Lomachenko in Bivol. Of course, I'm not at that level right now, but
Yeah.
I have this Soviet boxing style. You know, I have a really good footwork. More like my father was boxer. He was 3-time Russian champion. Had over 250 amateur fights, and
Oh wow.
he taught me the Russian boxing school. So yeah, I have a good Russian boxing school, good reflexes, good technique, good speed. So yeah, I try to do the metrics every time with my opponent to be better, to be much better than him. And yeah, so he's have no chance to fight with me, you know.
Mm. Listen, would
Yeah.
you say that you were born to fight, or did you learn to fight?
Um, I had no other choice. When I was 6 years old, my father put me in the gym. Then I trained 2 years in the gym. But the problem is in Germany, you're only allowed to fight by the age of 10. So then I went to a football club. I played 1 year football. Then I said, no, I need a combat sport, man with his man, one, one against one. And then so I returned to boxing when I was 10. And yeah, 2009, I stepped in the ring the first time. So yeah,
Mm.
almost 16 years ago, I had my first amateur fight. You
Mm.
know, so yeah, it's
The
all in the
fact that you're
family. It's all in the blood. And yeah,
That's
after
exactly
years,
what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's clearly in the family blood. Your father is an unbelievable fighter, just from the CV you've told me. And
mm,
I'm going to check him out now. I'm going to check him out now. But like, that's in the blood. You know what I mean? You're almost like it's genetic that you're a
yeah,
fighter. You're going to be a
it's
fighter, isn't it? Almost.
and
Um,
also we are a big boxing family. I have an old brother. He boxed before. He's now an engineer, but I still have two younger siblings. They're also fighting, and they're really good at a good German top level fighting. And so it's a boxing family. My father's still coaching them, and yeah.
Yeah. Does your father? That brings me on to your team, which was my next question. Is your father involved in your team?
Right now he's just my best and biggest critic. You know,
Yeah.
he's telling me, okay, what I have to do better, what is good, what is not good, and I think from my style, he knows what's the best for me. He knows me as a boxer from young age, and yeah, sometimes I train with him when I'm here in Germany, but perfectionate my boxing technique. So,
Yeah.
because he's a very good amateur coach, but pro game, like you said, it's a whole
It's a
different game. Yeah,
different sport. Different
different.
sport. You know,
Yes.
different sport. So let's talk about your team. Who's your head coach and where you're training out of?
Right now I'm here in Germany. Um, because try to do some paperwork and soon move over to the UK. You know, because do all the things with the visa and all the stuff, fix all the things with my apartment. So right now I'm just training and staying fit, do my own program. The last camp I went to the Peacock gym. I trained at the Peacock gym. Was very good. I had a good 6 or 7 weeks was the camp. We did really good sparrings there. You know, Peacock Gym, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's always good sparring, and you never know who comes to the gym and who you will face in the sparring. So the last fight I went in the ring with Adrian Martin. He went with me in the corner.
Yeah,
and it was really good. We worked good together, and I liked it.
You're going to continue with Mr. Martins.
Yeah, we will see. Because I really like the Peacock Gym. Was good training there.
Lovely gym, isn't it? Lovely gym.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because my main goal right now is to move to the UK. Because the boxing level is different in the UK. You know, the much better gyms, much better coaches than here in Germany, and the atmosphere. So the world champ, you train with world champions, and if you want to become a world champion, you have to train with them. You know, because right now the situation in Germany is, in my area where I live, I'm the best, but in the UK, I always have a good, competition and getting better and better and better, because there's always who's better than you. So you always have to keep working hard and stay dedicated, disciplined. You know.
Yeah, that's beautiful that you say that, actually, because when you're the best fighter in the gym the whole time, people look at you a certain way. You're the best fighter in the gym.
That's the thing, yeah.
When you go to other gyms that aren't your gym and you're not the best fighter anymore, they actually say that really replicates like the nerves and the feeling that you have before a fight. A good coach, loads of good coaches will take their fighters away from their comfort zone for sparring and take them to other gyms where people come to hurt you. You know what I mean? People want to hurt you. And that really replicates even everything. The nerves, the feeling in there. Oh, is this turning into a fight? I thought we were sparring. You know what I mean? And it's brilliant that you say that, because Peacocks as well, you've got some wicked fighters in there, man. I mean, I'm not even going to do it justice, but you've had some. I mean, I was there recently, and Too Sharp Bentley was in there, the middleweight champ, and Dan Aziz. There was good sparring.
And you know, the Peacock Gym is also like a family. You go there, and you know, you get accepted, you get loved. It's a really good atmosphere there. I liked it.
Yeah, it's a bit out on the sticks, though, isn't it? A bit out in the, you know what I mean? You don't want to get caught. You don't want to get a flat tire. Going to training in the middle of the night or something. Out in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
Yes, that's the thing.
You don't want to get done. Listen, couple of quick fire questions, right? Before I let you go, couple of quick fire questions. Who's your favourite fighter of all time?
Lomachenko.
Yeah, I see that in your style as well.
Because when I was a kid, I adored him. I watched all his Olympic fights. I remember a couple of hours before the stream, watched the YouTube videos, and I tried to do the same as he did in the fights and the training, you know.
Yeah.
So always Lomachenko. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that in your style as well, and your footwork and your movement and changing of angles. I see you've obviously using a bit of his style. Do you think he's done now? Is he finished now? Do you think, or do you think?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, because he's too old, and you know, if you got how many 500 amateur fights, you know, your body is your capital, and from fight to fight, you know, you can't stay always on a top level. Even your body is, you know, temporary. So I think he's finished right now.
Yeah.
But we never know. You know, it's a legend.
You never know.
He's experienced, you know, so who knows?
Pacquiao is coming back, apparently.
Yeah. I saw this week. I was against Barrios, right?
Barrios, yeah. So I suppose anything is possible. What's your favourite punch?
The left hook.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the left hook. I love to do the left hook, even in the, when I move backwards or even as an attack. I love to do it as a side step, and a lot of coaches when we do pad work, and I just throw my left hook, even without power, because I have a good technique. The long left hook. They say, "Oh, I feel it."
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. Okay, you have to get rid of one. Okay, you have to get rid of one: head movement or footwork.
Head movement. Yeah, because when you have good footwork, you're fast.
Yeah.
So even in my fights, I try to do more, like to do my defense most of the time with my feet, because like in Russia we say your feet are the bread, because you walk with them and you're much faster with your feet, even forward. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you've got good feet, you don't actually need head movement. If you've got good
Yeah,
feet, I mean, it's great to have
that's the
everything.
thing, and you can
All
see
right,
with people. People has a really good footwork, forward, backwards, and good distance feeling. So I think if you have good footwork and a very good distance feeling, you're unstoppable.
yeah. All right, then power or speed? Which one would you have to keep? If you could keep one, power or speed?
Speed.
Speed kills, baby.
Yes. Maybe not one punch, but 10.
That's it. If you can't land it, you can have all the power in the world, but if you can't land it, then it ain't shit, is it? Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, 100% speed. See Pacquiao. Wow. Pacquiao's really good fight.
Who's your favorite fighter right now? Like active fighter. I mean, I know Lomachenko. You said all time, but who's your favorite? Current active fighter. Or even someone in your weight class. Who's your favourite fighter in your weight? You're sort of super well can fight sort of like sort of middle. You can go up to middle sort of, can't you?
No. Yeah, I will fight at the welterweight the next.
You'll be at welter, yeah.
Yeah, because I fought one fight at the middleweight, but it's not my weight division.
Yeah.
So right now I'm a super welter, but the next fight will be a welterweight fight.
You're going to 147? Is that where you're going to stay? Yeah.
Yeah, 147.
147. Because you've had a few 154, haven't you?
Yeah, the last fight was 154.
Yeah.
153, but the next fight we go down to 147.
Right. So who's your favourite 147 fighter then? Let's get into that.
Right now, it's Jaron Ennis. Really, he's on top fight athletes. I think right now it's welterweight. No one can stop him, and he's still young. And I think he will step up with the weight categories. So he will go up to super welt, then to the middleweight. So right now, number one, Jaron Ennis, and not in my weight division. I love Bivol. I love Usyk. Just a boxer with good ring IQ, and I also love the humble lifestyle. So that's how I was raised, and I try to be a good role model like them as well.
Mate, that's brilliant to hear. That's absolutely brilliant to hear. Because it's easy to win a few fights. When you win fights comes money, and when you win fights comes women, and when you win fights comes clubs and bright lights. And when you win fights, the mates come out of nowhere. I haven't seen you since school, but you want a ringside ticket now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all these sort of brothers start coming out the woodwork, and then it's like, oh, let's go to the after party and all this kind of stuff. You get all the distractions that come with success, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's good that you're staying grounded and you're getting to work. Listen, your next fight in over here, you have to definitely. Well, I'll know it is anyway, but I'll definitely come to that. Your next fight, I'll try and come to that and
Absolutely.
come support you. Yeah, I appreciate you supporting me and coming onto the channel. And I'll be streaming on YouTube as well, and it will be out on TikTok and Facebook and X and across all social medias tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for your time coming on.
Thank
It's
you
been an
for your
absolute
time.
pleasure.
It was my pleasure. I appreciated your time, and yeah, looking forward to
Mate,
see you soon.
yeah, man, you are the
Maybe.
man. You are the man. It would be nice to see you go on an absolute kill streak. And I want to
Yes.
see you go on a kill streak and get to the final boss. And then when you get to the final boss, you just
Mm-hmm.
execute him and crown yourself king. That's what you got to do.
Kalashnikov mode, bro.
That's it. AK-47 and the
AK-47.
gunman. No safety
Yeah.
catch, no
Then
silencer. Thank you
and
very
then
much, Daniel.
the next interview will be live. No Instagram.
Yeah,
Then we see each other. Yeah.
yeah, in person. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bless up. Thank you very
Bless
much.
you.
You are the man. Take it easy.
Take care. See you, bro. Bye.